Hey everybody, John Plaskina here. I found a really nice place to go hiking while I was out on my motorcycle ride today, and this seems like as good a time and place as any to give you some bad news. I had my first ever video removed from YouTube for a community guideline strike. And what really hurts is that it was the community guideline against online harassment and cyberbullying. And that hurts because, of course, I have never cyberbullied or harassed anybody on YouTube. That's not what my channel is about. But it was for a video that I made a long time ago about the Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington suicides and the rumors that were floating around on the internet at the time that they were actually murders and that their murders tied into a certain type of foodgate. So since there was no bullying or harassment in the video, I'm pretty sure that YouTube just doesn't want a certain type of foodgate to be discussed, and that they're using the bullying and harassment community guideline in order to purge YouTube of this content. So when I get back to the studio, I forgot to bring a printout with me, but when I get back to the studio, I will go ahead and read the email for you here. Hi, John Plaskina. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our harassment, threats, and cyberbullying policy. We've removed the following content from YouTube. Video, were Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington murdered? We know this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details. How your content violated the policy. This is important. YouTubers share their opinions on a wide range of different topics. However, there's a line between passionate debate and malicious harassment. Content containing targeted harassment, including but not limited to stalking, threats, bullying, and intimidation, is not allowed on YouTube. Additionally, content that includes egregious insults based on personal attributes is not allowed on YouTube. If you're not sure whether or not your content crosses the line, we ask that you not post it. So notice how there's no specifics about what in my video violated these guidelines, because it didn't. So, of course, I appealed the decision, and that appeal was rejected within a few hours. And that's that. Now, I didn't get an actual strike against my channel, but I was warned that if something like this happened again, that I would start to get strikes, and eventually that would lead to a ban. I'm hoping that this isn't YouTube laying the groundwork for ultimately banning me. But yeah, YouTube has made it clear that it is hostile toward conspiracy theory content, toward really anything that questions the establishment narrative about certain topics. So from now on, if I'm going to be discussing a certain type of foodgate, for one thing on YouTube, I'll refer to it as the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Because ultimately, a certain type of foodgate was about the idea that pedophile prostitution rings operate at the highest levels of power. And the Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell situation does give us some confirmation that things like that have been going on. And also, I will be making BitChute exclusive content, or content that I'll be posting on alternate streaming sites instead of YouTube. So please take some time out of your day when you have a few minutes to subscribe to me there and to find other people who you would support on those sites. Because one thing about alt tech is that it is a bit of an echo chamber at the moment. It's mostly people who have been banned from YouTube and people who seek out that sort of content. And it's much better to have a broad audience to reach out to. It's much better to have a broad conversation with a diverse range of opinions. That's what I want to be part of, and that's why I've always loved YouTube. Back in the day when YouTube was more like the Wild Wild West and you could post just about anything and probably get away with it, it was a lot more fun. And I think an environment like that, where people aren't afraid to speak their mind, where they aren't afraid to question the establishment narrative about things, is not only more entertaining, but it is also more constructive to our democracy, is what the media would say. Because if we don't have a broad and diverse discussion, we aren't informed voters who are going to make good decisions when it's time to pull the lever at the polls. So kind of a bummer, but we'll see. I'm going to do the best that I can to keep treading water on YouTube and keep from violating their guidelines. But it's not like they just have a rule against discussing a certain type of foodgate or the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. It's not as if they have a rule against being a conspiracy theorist even. It's just that they've decided that they don't want this, and they're using the community guidelines that already exist as an excuse to purge the content. Well, that's all I got for you for now. It's a harsh world out there, my friends, so please keep thinking. Bye-bye.